What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. My name is Jorge, and of course you guys know my 2019 Chevy Camaro SS. And today we're going to be installing a bigger wing. Alright guys, so here we have the stock original wing, and as you can see, it is the standard SS wing. Nothing too fancy about it. It's got this nice little design here, but it ends right at the body lines on either end, and it's set off the top on those three stanchions. Now, this wing looks great. Everything looks good, but my ultimate goal with this car is to do a gloss black and white type theme. And I was browsing eBay and I came across a more aggressive style wing, still OEM style but more aggressive, already painted in gloss black, which I think is going to do great to match with these lights and then all the diffuser and the future plans I have. But I could not pass up the price on that wing. And what other wing am I talking about? Well, it's one very similar to this actually. It's just a little more aggressive. So I ended up getting a ZL1 OEM style wing. And if you guys are familiar with the ZL1 style OEM wing, that wing actually extends a little bit farther out and almost looks a little bit lower in a way. So it's a little wider on both ends, and it's also much more aggressive across here. It's a lot wider in this area. So let's go ahead and check out the wing. It just came in today and I'm so excited. I can't wait to try to put this thing on, and I think it's gonna look good. All right guys, so here is the ZL1 style wing, and it is from, I believe, Icon Motorsports, and already came in this gloss black finish. The actual finish of the paint could be better, but it definitely doesn't look bad at all. I really like the way that it came out, and as you can see, it's a little wider here across the board, and it's actually also a lot longer, so it is going to extend across the board on the either ends. And it did come with the supplied mounting screws, and if we flip this around, we can see that it's got the same OEM style stanchions, and here's the screws that you're going to be mounting to. Now, it doesn't come with any type of water seals around here, so what I'm going to do is use some double-sided tape, which I'm going to try to cut out and overlay around here and make sure that this seals properly so we're not getting any water anywhere. But the install is going to be pretty straightforward. I'll go ahead and actually show you guys. I'll actually go ahead and show you guys what you have to do. It's very simple. There's just, like I showed you guys here, looks like 6 bolts holding this thing down, and very easy to get to. So let's go look at the trunk and see. Alright guys, so here is the trunk, and it's actually gonna be, we're gonna have to pop off these caps here, and these 2 bolts hold on the top side. As you can see here, this is corresponding to these 2. On the other side we have the same 2 bolts, as you can see on this side, and then the final 2 for the middle section are actually behind this, so we're gonna have to remove this cover here to get those final 2. So let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and pop these off and remove this cover and see what it looks like. Alright guys, so here it is. I've removed this cover, and this is actually kind of placed in here like this and has this I guess latch cover. So we're gonna pop this latch off first, and then you remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pop-offs, and this just kind of pulls off. And as you can see, the harness goes through, so we can just put that aside. But the other, you got 2 bolts here, you've got 2 bolts here, and then you've got down up here the other 2 bolts that you're going to be using. So we're going to go ahead and remove all these bottom nuts and hope that they don't fall in between here, because that's going to be really bad. But we're going to go ahead and remove those, and then what we're gonna have to do next is actually run some fishing line in between here to lift and get rid of the adhesive that's kind of around here on all 3 stanchions. So we're gonna go ahead and remove these all the way across and then pull the wing off. Alright guys, so I've gone ahead and removed one, and as you can see here, it also has a little bit of silicone to kind of seal it. I don't have any of that on hand, but I might end up doing that later on. I don't really drive this car in the rain, so I can always come back and do it. But one trick that I found was that I loosen them up first, and to make sure that it doesn't fall in between here and basically get lost forever, I'm actually loosening the rest of the bolt with the hood basically perpendicular down this way. So I've got the bolt there, loosening it up, so when it completely comes through and gets loosened from the nut, I can just slide it straight down, and I'm not gonna have any issues with it, these nuts falling. So that's a tip that I think we definitely should do, because I just don't know how you would be able to even get that bolt back again from in between here. It's all locked in there. So just a little tip that you guys can use if you guys are trying to do a new wing install. Alright guys, so I finally removed it, and as you can see, it's got this little bit of adhesive, which I'm actually going to just go ahead and leave on here. This middle one actually didn't even lift or budge or get anything like that, so I'm going to leave that there. And then this one I'm going to leave the same way. It looks like it still has a nice seal all the way around this, except for this little piece here, but I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get that removed. So there it is. Here's the stock one, and you can already tell. I mean, look, this is lined up almost edge to edge, and the back end is definitely sticking farther out. It's much wider. I mean, just across the board it looks much wider, especially at these ends. So I mean, can't wait to get this thing on and see how it looks. But what are you guys' thoughts? What do you guys think? Like I said, it's pretty much almost identical. It's just a lot wider here in this ends, and also this back end sticks out farther. So let's get this back on, and to put it back on, it's going to be the same procedure, guys. Just kind of slide it on, and then this Icon Motorsports kit does come with its own screws, so I'm not sure if they're the same as the factory. If hopefully they are. If not, then this is what we'll go ahead and use. So let's go ahead and try to mount this and see how it works, see how it fits. Alright guys, so we've got everything back together. Put everything, when you put this back, double check, make sure that the flap for the emergency latch is out, pulled out through the thing before you pop everything back in place. That'll save you guys a little bit of time. Now let's look at the finished result, and bam, there you have it, guys. That is the ZL1 style wing from Icon Motorsports, and I really love the way this looks. Looks very aggressive. It's a lot wider. It actually still follows the body lines surprisingly well, even though it's a lot wider on the ends. And overall, I mean, it just looks great. Definitely ties in with these black and clear tail lights here, the gloss black wheels. I think it definitely does kind of go with it. And eventually I am going to be getting gloss black diffuser, so that is the reason for going with this gloss black wing. Sorry guys. Now fitment wise, definitely needs a little bit of finagling. Once you get it all lined in the holes, you can kind of push them in. You start one and the other, and when you get to the last one here, it doesn't seem to line up, but as long as you can get the holes guided into the bolts guided into the holes, you can then go ahead and put the nut on the backside and start tightening it down to get that wing to sit flush against the body of the trunk lid here. Now as you can see here, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, guys, but you can see how there's really no gap whatsoever here on this end. and on this side there's a little bit of a gap, but it's very, very not noticeable at all. I mean, you have to really be paying attention to see that gap. So fitment wise, not the best, but it will work on the car. Quality wise, this is the fiberglass, so you do need to be careful when you're finagling it around. You can kind of see a couple little reflection pinpoints here and there across the body, but like I said, I mean, you get what you pay for, guys. This is only $125 on eBay. I mean, compared to some other wings out there that were shops that want $500, I think it still looks great. Unless people aren't going to be really like getting right up under and trying to really, you know, point things out. And if they are, then that's just a pretty douche move. But overall, what do you guys think? Let me know. Here's a little better angle. It definitely looks more aggressive. I love the way it looks, and in this gloss black, I think it's definitely going to work with the rest of the plans I have for this car. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think of this. Did I make a good choice in going with the gloss black? Should I maybe have gone with the color matched wing? I think overall with the future plans it's going to look great. But let me know. What do you guys think? How does it look? I think it looks amazing, and just ever so little things to make this car my own and unique to me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be leaving the description of the link to these rear wings. One last thing to note, if you get a 2SS Camaro with the rear view camera positioned right here in the stanchion, you cannot get this wing. Actually, that is one of the other reasons why I actually chose and decided to go with the 1SS Camaro, and that was because of the fact that you get a lot more wing options when you go with the 1SS Camaro that does not have the camera in the back. So what do you guys think? Let me know, comment down below. Hit the thumbs up button if you liked what you saw, and hopefully this helps somebody that wants to go ahead and order this wing and use this wing on their 2019 or even 2016 through 2018 Camaros. It will fit, and it will look pretty good. So with that said, guys, I hope you guys have a great one. Hit the thumbs up button, comment down below, really let me know what it is that you like about it, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell.